Welcome. This is episode 7. This is Ruben.
This is Aram.
And we're going to talk today about quality of food. Ruben.
Very important.
Man, like we go episode after episode, and I think they're all important.
Day after day, the new clients, new people that we meet, they always, they hear us talking about, good quality food. They ask us about what good quality food is. We try to give them, the best explanation that we can in the shortest amount of time that we have.
Exactly. So we're going to try to do today. So we're going to give you like good tips on how you can buy a good quality food.
And
how about that?
What good quality food means.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So organic or commercial? That's the top question everybody about. Do I spend too much money buying organic food or not?
Do you?
I think I do, but I actually think that's an investment.
Absolutely. I don't see it as a cost. I see it as a maintenance.
So for me, buying a good food is an investment for me.
Absolutely.
Like you would invest in the good things that you buy that give you something. If you invest in a good car, you're going to get a good car.
Absolutely.
Can you make a Ferrari with the crappy parts?
No, you cannot.
Absolutely not. So why would you invest in the crappy parts? Organic
You don't know any
food.
better.
So guys, after you watch this episode, I just want you to be clearly aware that organic food is an investment into your health.
That's right. And a very good one. A long-term investment.
Let's tear it apart. Let's figure it out. Let's say if somebody wants to buy beef or meat, any kind of meat.
That's right.
What should they do? What do you think?
I think they should go to the local butcher and find the best quality, beef that they can find. But
Let's start with the lowest grade.
there is many different categories. Of course.
Lowest grade of beef or meat, for that matter, is a commercial.
For sure.
What does it mean for us to buy commercial meat? What do they make it with?
They make it with whatever they want because there's really no control of it. So they could feed
Anything goes.
Anything that you can think of, from sewage to plastic chips to cement to wood dust chips, all kinds of stuff.
It's mind-boggling.
Wood chips, not regular corn chips. They can feed all this stuff to the animals.
It's mind-boggling what they do to poor animals. And I can't blame people when they start watching the movies and figure out what they feed these poor animals. They don't want to eat any animals. They become vegetarians just because of that.
Absolutely.
I would probably become vegetarian too if I wouldn't find a good source of good beef.
Most likely, yes, that's for sure.
Alright.
Now, we have different categories and we want to point them out to you. Obviously, we have commercial, and then we have,
natural, yeah?
naturally raised.
Natural, what it means, natural is no antibiotics.
No hormones?
And no hormones, yeah? That's pretty much what all it means. They still can feed the cow grain, which is ultimately cow is not designed to eat grain.
No, cows are herbivores. They're only supposed to be grass.
You put cow in the field, it's not going to go to the soy field, trust me.
No, it's not. You might eat the leaves and stuff like that, but it will not eat the grain, that's for sure.
Only if it's really, really hungry.
Only if it's really hungry, exactly. Only if I'm really, really hungry, there's nothing better would I ever dare to touch cow.
If I'm really hungry, I might chew on the leaves too.
Yes, poor animal. However, then we have commercial, we have naturally, and then we have organic meat. What does that mean?
Organic meat. Organic meat means you can feed anything to an animal as long as it's organic.
That's right, so you can still feed them with organic corn, organic soy, whatever garbage that you might find that it happens to be organic and not necessarily mean that organic means it's actually good quality. And so long the animal is being fed organic grains, which is cheaper and much more available, and they keep the animals much more packed together, so the distribution center is closer, and more manageable. They will be labeled as organic meat. So you might think, well, I'm eating something fantastic, this meat is organic. Not so. They're still feeding the animal grain. By the nature of law, a cow is an herbivore. Same thing with lamb. They don't eat grains.
So make sure, if you have money to invest into what's the highest grade of meat available, which is a grass-fed beef.
That's right.
Or grass-fed lamb.
Yeah, any kind of animal that is actually grass-fed, that's by nature designed to be an herbivore, should be eating grass, and it should be outside, getting sunlight, getting rain, exposed to the elements. That's what those animals.
Happy cows, like in the commercials.
Yeah, happy cows, exactly.
The only thing that are actually probably truly happy compared to the ones that are just happy in the commercial.
Right. We don't need to go into detail of how the animals in a commercial setting are raised. It's deplorable, it's inhumane, it's just downright savagery. If that's the word.
Best source I find to refer my clients to buy a good source of meat. Go to a website called eatwild.com.
Eatwild.com is a great
And then you find a lot of farms.
That's correct.
The owners will be happy to ship stuff to you, or you can go pick up from local farms.
And they do a great job. Actually, they pack everything in really neat, boxes in line with the styrofoam. They dry it ice, so the stuff usually gets FedEx overnight, and you can have it within a day at your doorstep.
Yeah, it's not like you're buying from just a dude and send you half a cow.
Right.
You know, they go through slaughtering and the process, USDA, everything approved. So
everything is approved. They butcher.
It's absolutely regulated. The only thing you don't go through a supermarket, you go direct.
Right, you're kind of getting rid of the middleman in a sense. And everything is butchered really, really well, so you have all different cuts of meat, different parts, different stuff that you might want to eat. Let's not get into detail. And so we can move on to fish now.
Okay, so fish. We have farm fish.
And wild caught.
And wild caught. Simple. Right. Anytime you have a chance, go for wild. In Miami, there's a lot of wild fish out there.
Yeah, well, we happen to be near the coast, so it's very easy to get wild caught. Not that just because you're far away from the coast, it should be difficult. They have them both.
Absolutely.
But farm-raised fish has been very, very common to find in the supermarkets. And in my opinion, nobody should eat that stuff. It is my belief that it's absolute garbage. The way that these animals are raised. Needless to say, guys, most of these, PC factories or these fish factories, they're actually nothing but humongous Olympic-sized pools full of thousands and thousands of pieces of fish that are swimming around, living in their own feces, exposed to all kinds of infections, germs and bacteria. And then they put them out of the water, and then they put them in our fish, trays for us to buy at the supermarket. It is absolutely.
Unfortunately, it's extremely sad how the food production works in many instances. So the part of this episode, we would want you to be aware that you should be in charge of understanding about quality of food and ultimately buying a good food that works for you. Right. Because if you believe everybody else, you're probably going to be on the short side.
That's right. Nobody else but you is accountable for what you put in your mouth.
Exactly.
So you have to make the best choice whenever it's available and make that decision, make it right.
Yes. Now, one of the bigger categories also is produce, fruits and vegetables.
Fruits and vegetables, there's many categories. We have the conventional stuff that you will find in your local supermarket, and that's stuff that is not labeled as anything. You see, you see peppers, and you see onions, you see carrots, you see peaches, strawberries.
Anything you want, everything made commercial.
It just
basically raised just like everything else in this country. A lot of times sprayed with chemicals.
A lot of times, in the same harvest, they have sprayed it several times with chemicals to avoid any kind of infestation of parasites and fungus.
Now, it's our personal belief, and I'm pretty much talking from us both. Farmers that raise commercial vegetables and fruits do not have your health as a priority.
No, they have it's like a factory. This is what we produce. It grows out of the soil, and the sooner we can get it ready, and the more yield that we can get per acreage, the more money we're gonna make. So that's what they do.
Absolutely. So you would want to be careful. Yes. It does not mean you cannot buy it or shouldn't be eating, but you can go always for better sources.
Of course, especially when you have the choice of buying the food, so you can prepare in the home. You can make different choices. When you go to a restaurant to eat, you can eat whatever they have if you choose to buy it.
Yeah. So if the farmer decides to raise organic food, he needs to go 3 years without using any chemicals.